had learned about the foster care program here and thought that that would be a nice avenue to approach.
I would say the best part is the love and the companionship they provide to us.
The kids have so many things that they come with. They feel angry, they feel abandoned, they feel frustrated, they feel sad.
It's a wonderful experience. It expands your concept of family.
My first experience of knowing how great this was for the kids was I had a young man and we were at the beach. The sun was just about to set and he said, "You know, I've never seen the sun set in my life. It's not there. I've never known what happened to it." And we sat there and watched it set, and he, you know, and right today, he's 24 years old. He comes back and tells me, "Mom, I've been to see some more sunsets." So
I would say that the difference we've made in the life of a child is giving them a safe, loving home.
Just seeing the needs of these children, how much they needed that family setting, and it made me crave to want to give and share with children.
You know, foster parenting is really a very rewarding opportunity to offer them maybe opportunities that they might not otherwise have had.
I wanted to make a difference in children's lives. I knew that without having been in foster care, I would have gone down the same road as my mom and many of her siblings, and just been involved with drugs and alcohol and not had the choices that I had because I was in foster care.
My daughter was almost 10 months old and I was heavily into methamphetamines. The neighborhood called the police and they came and arrested us and took her to the hospital. And after she was checked out there, she was placed in foster care.
It was a little challenging at first, confusing at first, scary.
It took me about probably 2 or 3 months to actually understand what she was there for and what her place was, you know, that she was second mom.
Well, when we ended up meeting each other for the first time, that was the icebreaker there. And from that point on, things just started getting a little easier and a little easier because, you know, we were getting acquainted with one another. And
she would actually sit down with us and visit with us while we were having a visit with our daughter.
She's really made a big difference in our daughter's life and in ours.
Once you've had a child in your home and they have become part of your family, you love them as your own. When they go home and they can still be a part of your family and maintain contact, it's so rewarding because then you get to see them back at home where they always wanted to be in the first place.
After I sobered up, you know, eventually she came home, but it was more safe for her to be in foster care, and that's hard to say, you know.
Just being able to give a child something that their parents cannot give them right now, and give them that love and the feeling of safety, and just watching the parents grow and seeing them interact with one another.
I kind of base my life on how she lives her life, you know, how she treats her kids.
And so that's so important that you make sure and make them feel like a part of your family, because that's what they are for that time. But other than that, love. It takes a lot of love.
I share my life the 24 hours of the day with the children. We play with them, we take care of them, we watch them when they play. Basically, we share our 24 hours with them.
Well, we'd always had a lot of children in our lives that we took care of for other people, and we decided that we wanted to have children of our own to nurture on a full-time basis. And so we decided that we were going to become foster parents because we knew other foster parents.
And we met some other families that had adopted. The support that we had was just so phenomenal, and word came through that we were the selected parents for it. It was really great. Just a great feeling all the way around.
Growing up as a foster child was a challenge that I wouldn't have met in life if I hadn't had the foster parents in my life that were willing to love me unconditionally.
I've been a part of Mary's life, I think, for all of her major adult life changes till now. She lived with me when she graduated from high school.
I've been married for 11 years, so I've been out of her home for 11 years. And we're just like mother and daughter. It's a relationship that I never thought I would have had. And if I hadn't been in foster care, I would have never had that close of a relationship.
It's made a difference for me to be in a foster home because here, as you can see, I have good grades. I'm in swimming and I'm wanting to do something with my life.
When we first started, we thought we would never want to take a teenager because we had just finished raising 2 teenage boys. Now we have a house full of teenage girls, and it's not so bad.
They have huge hearts, and they care for each of us, like, individually. They meet our needs, and they just love us like their own.
You hear about first-generation college graduates, but I think in some cases these kids are first-generation high school graduates. So I don't think a day goes by that I don't feel like I've made a difference in our kids' lives.
And I always tell our kids that they're changing their family's history, that they're the bridge, that no children that come from them will ever go through what they've been through because they're changing it.
Here, I think of it as my family. This is my family.
Oftentimes, when children are removed from their families, it's double jeopardy, we call it, when the children are removed from the families and then moved into another school. We worked together as a team, and I think that's the only way that we can treat any type of problematic situation with children. It can't just be done by a classroom teacher. It can't just be done by a social worker or a concerned parent. We hope so much to find foster parents within our neighborhoods so that we have a cultural area that they're used to. They're used to their friends. I can't even imagine when a child has to lose their family as well as losing the school. Everything would be foreign to them. We as a school system probably need to do more to find those foster parents. I encourage not only for those of us within the system to become foster parents, but those that can't become foster parents to support the program.
I feel really good when I'm able to help another foster parent.
When you brought Larry and I aboard, and Kathy got us all set up and became a support system and just showed us the ropes. There was really nothing to say but yes. We were delighted. And without that support system of another foster parent who is experienced, it's a little more challenging.
It's good to have Renee because now she's an expert, so I call her too, so we use each other.
My husband also is very much involved, as well as Kathy's husband. They both mentor each other as well as support us.
Looking back on what foster care did for me, it brought me hope. Hope that there was a future without pain, without violence. A hope that I could be normal. Hope that I could be loved.
It's extremely rewarding when you see kids that without your help would not have a chance to be something positive, to be something good and successful and happy.
It's like a second chance for them.
Having that support system is crucial. That is the key part to being a successful foster parent.
Had I not had Kathy in my life, it would have been a lot more challenging.
She's really made a big difference in our daughter's life and in ours.
It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
The first time that they look up at you with that smile and can say, I love you, and mean it, is more rewarding than anything.